everyone, as a mum I'm always looking for healthy, nutritious, exciting ways to get my 2-year-old to eat healthily and eat at all actually. This recipe coming up is a fantastic one for all the family. It's really healthy. It uses quinoa. My husband used to pronounce it quinoa, so don't do that. Really healthy. It's ideal for vegans and vegetarians as well. I do show you a vegetarian recipe and then I add meat later for the meat eaters out there. But what you end up with is these mini quinoa pizzas. They're amazing. They're great for parties as well, and they're great to snack on. They're good for breakfast, lunch boxes. But I personally want things done quickly and with as few ingredients and as little effort as possible. But I still want it to be tasty, healthy, nutritionally balanced. I love to know what goes in it, and I want it for all the family to enjoy, even fussy toddlers. So 175 grams of uncooked quinoa, 2 large eggs, some chopped onion, a handful or 2 or 3 of tomatoes, depends how much you like. Mozzarella, I've got these mozzarella balls, just tear them up, dead easy. Then you want 2 teaspoons of crushed garlic, and I found a really cool way of peeling them. This is from Lucky's of London, I'll put the link below. You take your unpeeled clove of garlic, pop it in the oversized penne and give it a roll, and you'll see that the skin starts to sort of pop out of the tunnel, and what you're left with is a peeled clove of garlic. It's quite fun to do, really easy, and there's no faffing around, just put it in, roll, done. See? Brilliant. Put all your weight on it using a blade. Crush the garlic down and then chop it into fine pieces and you've got your garlic prepared. Then we want to use 2 tablespoons of dried basil, or fresh is great, and the same for paprika. Season it to taste, and then you want to boil the quinoa and start to simmer it. This is a really cool trick, by the way, for balancing the spoon. And then you want to, meanwhile, get a big bowl and start mixing all those lovely ingredients together. I kind of freehand how much I want, but you can follow the guidelines on this recipe if you want, if you find it easier to do that. In goes a little bit of salt, and then when the quinoa is ready, it should be light and fluffy like this. You want to keep checking it because with the lid on and simmering, that water can be eaten up really quickly, so just keep an eye on it. This is what you should end up with. And then add that to the rest of the ingredients that you've previously mixed up in that large bowl. Give it a good old gentle fold. Make sure it's mixed evenly so you get all those flavours running through each mini pizza. And then take a 12 large muffin tray, grease it really well, and start spooning those ingredients in. Easy peasy. It should look something like this when it's done, but what I will say is make sure there's no tomatoes, onions, or like rough chunks of veg on the outside, because that can sort of ruin the shape of the mini pizza when it's cooked and make it fall apart a little. So just play around with it, flatten the ingredients down and make sure the edges are more or less smooth. So this is the vegetarian option, but what I'm showing you now is with added pepperoni for meat eaters. And then I tried feta and pea, and there's a salmon one there as well. Both were gorgeous, and the salmon ones were really great for breakfast. This is what they look like when they're cooked. Yum! If you grease the tray well enough, just use a spatula like this one, and they'll pop out really easily. Pop! You can wait till they cool. I kind of like eating them while they're quite warm and freshly baked. So this is what they look like in all their glory. Quite cute, right? And really tasty. You've got all those ingredients running through the whole thing. You can see the basil, the tomatoes, the onion. Yum, yum. So here's my mini quinoa pizzas. They're really great with a side salad and chips if you want a bit of a treat. They're absolutely fine on their own. Here's how I made it fun for my toddler. Yogurt fruit face, apple and cheese and basil, pasta, and of course the mini quinoa pizza.